Hello, my name is Tony, and today I'm going to be talking about how to get yourself out of a very bad funk immediately, on the spot. I'm not talking about getting tons of therapy and hoping that in a couple years you feel better. I'm talking right now, alright? And take it from me, the king of depression. The first thing that you can do is exercise. Get that heart moving, go out for a run. Go out for a jump rope if you're able to do it. I tell you, those endorphins are going to feel amazing when you are done. When you're doing it at the time, it might not feel that great. In fact, you might feel a little bit of pain, but I promise you, all that oxygen and all those good chemicals are going to make you be feeling really good, really smooth, really soon. Deep breathing. That's another very important thing you can do right on the spot, okay? It's really easy to do. Just through your nose, hold it for about 3 seconds, and go right out your mouth, just like that. About 3 of those, and it's going to relax you. Okay, again, it's oxygen to the brain. It makes you feel a lot better. Okay? Nutrition. Nutrition is huge. Good food in gives you a good mind. Bad food, you feel terrible. Broccoli, yeah dude, it tastes terrible. You don't want to eat that stuff. But I tell you, you feel great. Okay? It's a lot better than eating Cheetos and Doritos and all that stuff, because you're going to feel, once it hits your gut, you're going to feel terrible. And it's going to make you depressed. I mean, more or less, we are what we eat. What our body processes. And it's just so important, and it's so common sense too. Just think, is this good? If you need some energy, a lot of times something high in protein is going to help out a lot. Gives you that long-lasting fuel to burn in your body. So nutrition, extremely important. Okay? Be your own therapist. This one I love, because what I do is I take a voice recorder and I record into it all my thoughts, all my feelings. I let it all out. No one has to hear it but you. You listen back to it, and then you can think of solutions in your head and how to solve some of these problems, or it's just great in getting stuff off your chest. And you don't have to worry about somebody saying anything to anybody, because it's you. And sometimes after you talk into it, you realize, man, I am blowing things way out of proportion. And I feel a lot better now. It always has made me feel better. It's probably my biggest tool. Distraction and daydreaming. The human mind is extremely complex, but one thing that is amazing about it is that you can't think of 2 things at once. You can't do that simultaneously. So if I'm thinking about Khloe Kardashian, I'm not going to be thinking about myself. And I think about that because it is just so stupid that it just derails any bad thoughts that I was thinking about. So let's say I'm reading a comic book, or reading a book, or watching television. In fact, I don't bring television down at all. Sometimes I put on some South Park and I feel a lot better, because it completely distracts you from your own life. Because I know the human mind can be very destructive at times, where your thoughts just go on one pattern over and over. It's just a way to derail it. For example, online there's this picture of a hippopotamus, and it lets the nastiest, biggest fart out I've ever heard in my life. I tell you, it makes me laugh on the spot, and I completely forget about what I was thinking about at the moment before. Okay? Avoidance. Huge, huge. Are you around people that bring you down? Are you watching the news, and is it bringing you down? The thing about American news these days is never good news. They even admit, if it bleeds, it leads, alright? We're saying they're going to be covering murders. They're going to be covering nastiness, making you afraid of things. Don't ask me why they do that. Marilyn Manson was saying something once, some kind of conspiracy about how we consume more when we're afraid. I tell you, change the channel, or just stop watching it. Watch something happy, alright? Watch something like The Animal Planet, or Judge Judy or SpongeBob SquarePants or He-Man. Things that just make you feel better. Stay away from negative people, people that bring you down, people that gossip all the time. Sometimes seeing people is great and it can make you feel awesome, but it really depends on the people. Who are you around? It can be a very toxic atmosphere sometimes if you're around toxic people, and there are toxic people. Good sleep. Huge. Probably the biggest step right there. Good sleep. If you don't get good sleep the night before, your next day is not going to be that great. Your mind does things when you're sleeping. But you're like, Tone, what do I do on the moment, at the moment? Well, just know that in your mind that, hey, I'm probably not being fully functional today, so I'm not going to be that hard on myself today. Just try to take it easy. If you're at work, just try to get through the day. Just take things slow if you can, because I know you can't always do that in certain job situations. But just know that you got to get gentle on yourself. When you get home from work, don't do a lot of chores, a lot of tasks. Take it easy. Try to get to bed early. Sometimes I take a little bit of Benadryl, I do. Puts me right to sleep. Read a good book. Drink some warm tea. Just baby yourself. But you have to get that good sleep to have a great day. You really do. It's so important. There's another thing I do, something called the stopwatch game. Okay, and this is where if you're extremely depressed, where you feel you can't even get out of bed, just put it on your watch, okay? Put down a timer on it for like 5 minutes. Just do something productive. Like, I'm just going to make my bed and that's it for 5 minutes. I'm not going to think of anything else. I'm just going to work on this task. I don't care what happened yesterday. I don't care what happened in the future or what's going to happen. I am just for 5 minutes going to make my bed. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that woman who cheated on me. I'm not going to worry about that job that I just lost. I'm just going to make my bed. And you will be absolutely amazed how that could just make you feel better. Just making a bed or doing some dishes, putting on your clothes, taking a shower. And just always put on a timer and congratulate yourself after you do it. Like, I made my bed, I'm going to reward myself. Because you got to do that sometimes. Networking. This one is huge as well. Like, if you're feeling down, if you can get outside and just talk to other people. Just talk to someone at the grocery store. Talk to somebody on the street. And sometimes just hearing other people talk and just talking with them, conversing, especially strangers, it makes you feel so good. It just releases that energy. You can feel their energies too. And it just kind of starts spinning in a good direction. Networking can be very huge. And you realize that, you're not alone in your depression. You're not alone in your anxiety. There are lots of people out there who suffer that too. And the more people you find, the more energy that builds and good things start to happen. Perseverance. And all I mean by that is, like, let's say some days are so bad, it doesn't matter what you do, you're going to feel bad anyway. I put my mind on something called autopilot, where I just go through the motions. It sounds terrible. Sometimes it is. But you just got to know things are going to get better. That negative feeling is going to go away. When you're going through it, at the time you feel like it's never going to change. You feel like you've felt this way forever, but it's not true. It is a trick of the mind. And you just have to know that. And then if things are so bad, you feel like you can't take life anymore, nothing works, you can't even get through it, I have something called a 2-week rule, where you have to give yourself 2 weeks before you do anything to yourself. All right? And I guarantee you, in those 2 weeks, you will be feeling better. No matter what news you get in this life, you get fired from all your jobs, your body is going to hell, you just feel terrible, like, I can't take it anymore. None of your coping mechanisms are working. Just be like, why not stick around for 2 more weeks? Why not? And And I guarantee you, you will feel better or your money back. Okay? This is Tony, hoping that you have a great day because I want you to be happy. Because I want me to be happy. Okay? See you later.